Hey, what's up guys? How y'all doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing good. Hope you guys all had a good weekend and whatnot. Because today we are doing some more Athalia stuff. And we're going to talk about some stuff that could possibly counter her. I want to show you guys a team that I'm trying to put together that could maybe find a way to beat this team. But I also want to show you guys some synergies that Athalia has with some other heroes, and they're really good synergies, and they almost kind of, they don't break the game, but they're kind of like, just they're so strong that it sort of is like breaking the game in a way, because I mean it's a really strong synergy. But before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has used my loot bar code or my link down below. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and thank you. Yeah, anyway, let's get back to the video. Alright, so we're gonna find this fight here. I think it's this one that I wanted to show you guys first. Yeah, so we're using Walker to actually counter Athalia, and you'll see that she gets stunned right here, and my Lily May is able to actually finish off her health bar with her Rainstorm Ballet skill. Now that was never possible before because Athalia would always go into her charge, and she's immune in her charge, and you can't really do anything to her, and that would allow her to live. But utilizing Walker has his Mythic Plus skill that allows you to stun the hero at the start of the fight for 2 seconds, and this happens right before Athalia charges. So she gets stunned, it allows Lily to finish off her Rainstorm Ballet, get the kill on her, and then we can go from there. Our Lily can block the enemy Siren's active, hopefully our Siren can get their active off, and you know, all that kind of good stuff. But in practice, it gets the kill on Athalia, but in reality, killing Athalia really isn't that big a deal. We can watch another fight here quick, and you'll see that she once she's in her Lance form, it almost makes her stronger, honestly, because all she gets is a 35% attack debuff, which really isn't that bad. How often do you have like a 35% damage reduction boost to one of your heroes, but that hero dies instantly anyway? Which is almost kind of the same thing. It's like you kill Athalia, and all of a sudden all your heroes have like a bit of a damage reduction to Athalia because she has less attack, but really it's not much of a difference at all in how much power she loses, because she's still doing tons and tons of true damage, and she can do all of her skills. So that brings me to the next thing I want to show you guys. Give me 1 sec to find that fight, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here's one of the first fights I want to show you guys. I want you to pay attention to my Lily May and the enemy Athalia. I'll try to point it out to you guys and stuff so you can see, because it's when she's in her Lance form, it's hard to see what she's really doing, but we'll hit replay here. Now, just like the other fights I showed you, Walker stuns her, we get the kill on her, and she goes into her Lance form. Now in her Lance form, she still has access to all of her skills, so she can do her ultimate, and right here Lily May is going to actually block the Lance's ultimate, which frees up the enemy Siren to do his active, and it just destroys my team. So even when she's in her dead form, her Lance form, she can still draw out the Lily May's active block and just do more stuff that just makes her that much stronger, because she's drawing out the Lily May block, active block. It's crazy. So yeah, so there's that. There's a synergy I want to show you guys that's really cool with Athalia, and we're gonna take a look at that fight here in 1 sec. Just let me pull it up. Alright, so in this fight we are going to again pay attention to her Lance form, because it's going to show just one more reason why it's so strong. And it is, I mean, it's just kind of nuts that you kill a hero and that makes them basically invincible, unaffected, so you can't damage them, you can't CC them, you can't stop them really from doing anything, aside from Lily being able to stop the active. But it's just crazy. Anyway, yeah, we'll hit play here, and talk about what's going on. So what I want you to do is pay attention to Ludovic and his Everbloom field. So he summons the Everbloom field at the start of the fight, and then he moves it around on the battlefield based on whether or not heroes need healing or all that stuff. But his Everbloom field is also very strong. See, it just took out Hugin and Walker there. It actually does quite a bit of damage to your heroes when they are in the Everbloom field. And the reason, like, you might have been wondering, like, why is the Everbloom field on your side of the battlefield if all the enemy heroes are on the opposite side? Because Ludovic only summons that Everbloom field to he summons it to the weakest ally that he has on the battlefield. So it's like, well, why is it going over there on your side if there's no heroes over there for it to heal? Well, you got the Lance out there. The Lance has no HP, so the Lance is always the weakest enemy or the weakest ally on the team. So Ludovic's Everbloom field is going to follow Athalia all over the place, and every time it gets moved and lands on a new enemy, it does a ton of damage to him. So we can watch that again here. This is a different fight, but I'm pretty sure it happens in this fight too. So we take out the Athalia, she's in Lance form. Ludovic's about to move Everbloom field. Lance is right on top of Siren, Hugin, and Lily. Everbloom goes right on top of them. Siren dies. They all lose a bunch of HP, and then it's just game over. I mean, it's crazy. Now, Siren is doing a bit of the damage on the battlefield, but the Athalia is most of the time finishing off a lot of these heroes with her vengeance charge skill, and every time she gets a kill, an assist, or does her active, that cooldown resets. So that's why you see her charging across the battlefield so often, and I mean, it's crazy. I honestly I can't believe the devs made a hero that's this strong and then buffed it right. Like, I mean, they put it out on the Pioneer server and let us test it for a day or two, and then they buffed it, like, without even a second thought. Like, I mean, we barely got to use her, and I thought her numbers were good before they buffed her. Like, I thought she was strong and in a good spot, and then they ended up buffing her, and the buff is huge. I mean, she went from, because before when you would kill her, she'd have 50% damage or 50% attack reduction to her attack. Now it's only a 35% one. The cooldowns are shorter, the damage numbers are higher, like the percentages and everything. It's really crazy. But yeah, I thought I'd show you guys that Walker is actually able to stun her, and it keeps her in one spot for a little bit longer, which can allow your heroes like Lily May to just outright kill her in the first few seconds of a battle. And maybe we can use that to get something going that will end up, you know, going in our favor. If you have any ideas in the comments, leave them, or if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments. I'll see what I can maybe figure out and pull off, because I don't always have the heroes that you guys recommend. Like, I have them, but they're not, you know, at a usable level in PvP, because you got to keep in mind my opponent has a full P4 team, and a lot of the heroes are crown P4, so very, very strong. I mean, they're pretty much as strong as they can get. And yeah, my heroes that are Supreme Plus EX5 or Paragon 1 EX5, they're not really going to do a whole lot. Walker's able to, because he has a utility that I use to stun. But anyway, yeah, I think that's going to be about it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, thank you all for anybody that has used my loot bar code, and also just thank you anybody who has subscribed or just watched the video, commented, liked, anything like that. I appreciate it. So anyway, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I really like brownness, yeah. It's yummy. I play games with y'all.